Alright, hello there. My name is Aiden Delgado, and this is going to be our playthrough video for week 2. And I'm going to begin here by opening the latest build from Perforce and going through each and every level. So I'll start with credits, assets used. This was the team, this is assets. Next page. Make that into a scroll. Volume, sound effects. I like to keep it a little low. Controls menu, back button, play. Go into tutorial. Pause menu works. Controls, options, resume. Metrics level is going to be cut out. This is pretty outdated. As you can see, it's pretty messed up in here. The controls, options. Yeah, that's supposed to be cut out. Just some issues there. Level 1. Controls, options, zoom, menu. Oops, I skipped level 2. I'll go back. Controls, resume, options, menu. Controls, options, resume, menu. And I'm just going to do a quick check, make sure I'm doing this right. Alright, yep, showing all the menus. And I guess I will go through those features one by one. Alright, level 4. Controls, options, zoom, menu. Let's get that music off. Level 5. Controls, options, resume, menu. Alright, now we're gonna go to level... Oops, I think I just did that one. We're gonna go to level 6. Controls, options, menu, and level 7. Controls, options, menu. Alright. Barrier level normal. Controls, options, resume, menu. Triple barrier level. Controls, options, resume, menu. Alright, so far so good. Alright. Controls, options, resume, menu. Alright, got a couple more to go through, and then we have a 2-player side I guess we need to go through as well. Controls, options, resume, menu. Apologies if I'm going through this a little fast. Just trying to get through. Oh my god. I gotta see if I'm recording too. Alright. Controls, options, menu. Dungeon level. Controls, options, menu. Power up. This power up game mode might also be cut in the future. This was just to test power ups. Not really wanting to be its own game mode. We'll discuss that more when we get to it. Power up 2. Controls, options, resume, menu, graffiti, controls, options, menu. Oh, seems to be working well. Apologies for that yawn there. Normal. So here we have controls, options, menu. Controls, oops, options, menu. I'm sorry if I'm being boring. I don't know what else I could be talking about. I'm just trying to test the menus here. Controls, option, menu. I know I kind of sound like a robot. Rainbow 2 players. Controls, options, menu. Oh, I realize I've been skipping resume. I apologize for that too. Alright, resume. Controls, options, menu. Resume, controls, options, menu. Power up, level 2, or player 2. Zoom, controls, options, and menu. I'm not sure if I did this one. Controls, resume, controls, options, and menu. Almost done here. We got the graffiti level. Controls, options, resume, and menu. Alright, I will try these buttons here. Probably should have that white letters in there. Can't barely read that. Options. Alright, now we can put some music up. And I'm gonna go ahead and go through these. Done all the levels, paused them. Alright, featureless breakdown. So once the first level has been completed, the featureless will be brought to view and gone over. I'm gonna go over some of the features real quick right now that have to do with the main menu. So feature 1, as a player, I would like the UI design to look more optimized and accurate to give me a better play experience. And the main menu buttons will be inside of the main menu border. So So previously, this was above here, wasn't in this fancy Google Chrome looking border. The back button was back there, so now they're in the border here. So it makes a little more sense. And alright, so we'll play through the classic mode. Alright, let's get into this. Alright, took him down. So I'm noticing right now that his health is at 18 right now. And he just replenished back to 50 health. So the ball speed is 15, that means the ball should be doing 15 damage to him, so when the ball hits him, yeah, his health didn't update from that, so that's definitely a health HP bug that still hasn't been fixed. Just gonna mention that so I don't forget after the feature list. This guy's pretty easy, so. Alright. So we're gonna pause right there and go through the feature list. So, feature 1. As a player, I would like the UI design to look more optimized and accurate to give me a better play experience. The health bar will accurately display the player's current health after respawning. As you can see, this didn't really happen for the yellow AI enemy in the beginning. For some reason, his health didn't update from it looked like it went back to 100 HP. So in the beginning he has 50, and then it seems to that he went to 100, and it didn't update in the health bar area. The main menus, we spoke about that, that was in, and then the word speed is underneath. While technically this is true, it's also not true. It says ball speed, which is what we meant by speed, but that could probably be centered a little more, but it's there. As a new user, I would like descriptions of each game mode in the level select screen so I can know how to play each mode before loading it. The pause screen will also have a description of the game mode that is currently being played. There will be a power-up tab displaying all power-ups currently in the game and how they work. So the only one that we could test really is the pause screen. So if we go in here, we can see up here, game mode classic, goal, defeat your opponent. That is our description. Feature 3. It has to do with the platform level, so this is not the platform level, so we won't be able to go over that. I want attacks. Oh, feature 4, sorry. As players, I want attacks to have larger hitboxes so I can hit the ball more consistently. Player attacks will connect more often because each attack will have more range. The K attack will be extended forward from the player. The cooldown for attacks will be shorter. Alright, so, this is definitely what's happening, especially if you played our previous build. Attacks seem to connect way more, and the K attack was extended a little bit, so you could hit it. It would be much easier to show you again. We'll go on to feature 5 and we'll come back to that. Feature 5, as a player, I want features that are already in the game to be polished and to not contain bugs. So far we have no errors in the console. The divider and the triple barrier, we're not playing triple barrier. The ball will respawn white to prevent players being damaged. We saw that in level 1. Players will not be able to score on themselves in the barrier level. Sorry. Okay, just making sure. Oops. Apologies. And players will not be able to score on themselves in the barrier level. We're not at that right now. The shield. I did not use a shield that level, so I can't talk about that. As a player would like more power-ups, there's no power-ups in that level. And feature 8. I want the AI to be more balanced. Easier AI, that AI rarely hit the ball and was definitely slower. He is one of the easier ones at this level 1, and we have not fought harder AI yet, so we can't really speak upon that yet. So on to Orange, who is medium difficulty, and I'm going to display the medium attack here, the K attack. So here's the range of it. As you can see, it connected even though the animation wasn't completely there. And that's just to, you know, extend the range of it. So if it seems like you hit it, you know, you probably, I mean, if it should seem like it hits, it will. And I'll show you it with the air attacks as well. As I smack around, you'll see, oh, the ball's respawning white, by the way, can't get hit by it. So, you'll see in situations where it seems like I should miss the ball, where I still hit it. If I can expand some all over the place. We'll just have to play normally. Also gonna take a note of his HP. See if he... I don't think it updates either. Which I think this is only an issue for, you know, enemies that have lower than 100 HP. A little faster, a little harder than the yellow character, but not quite. And we'll go through the feature list once more. The speed was underneath it on feature 1. The health bar did not accurately display. Feature 2, the description. There it is, the description on the top left. Small description and pretty simple for classic mode. Alright, apologies. Moving on. We're not on the platform. Oops, so sorry, I apologize. Feature 4, as a player, when attacks have larger hitboxes. I had tried to demonstrate that right there, especially with the K attack. It's very difficult because the ball's moving. And I didn't speak about the cooldown too, so we'll look at that in the next level for sure. But I guarantee you that these are definitely in. Feature 5, I want the features that are already in the game to be polished. The ball did respawn white. There was no errors in the console yet. We're not in the triple barrier mode, so we won't be able to test that. And we're not in the barrier level. Feature 6, I still didn't use the shield. I gotta remember to use that. New mechanic, I always forget about it. We haven't tested power-ups yet. As you can see, this AI is much faster, indicating that he's a higher difficulty than the last one. This character is medium difficulty. So he hits the ball, he seems to be missing a little bit, but he's harder than easy. But as you'll see, we'll keep moving on. Now we have 2 easy enemies. And I'll definitely speak upon this camera here. I do not like how the camera is too fast. I want to see if I can slow that down a bit. Yeah, these minions are fairly easy to beat. I would like probably to have both enemies die first before they respawn. So, for example, when he dies, he wouldn't just respawn, it would wait for... You can see the yellow guys are kind of merging in here. Stop that. Alright, moving on. We'll go to the next level. So, the health bar was there. Sword speed was there. Oh, I went to the next level, but guess I'll go back. Oops. There goes that right there on the top left. That's the description. I'm sorry. I apologize. I just got out of work, so I'm a little tired here, but I'm gonna keep going through this. Feature 2 has a new description, and we already spoke about that. The description was in the pause menu. Feature 3, we can't speak about that yet. Feature 4, yes, the attacks. I will definitely speak about the cooldown for the attacks. As a player, I want features that are already in the game. There's no errors in the console. The ball responded white. As a player, I want to be able to use a shield. I will definitely use a shield this level. As a player, I would like power-ups in the game to add more elements to change the gameplay. As a player, I would like... Alright, I'm sorry for that small cut there. I was just making sure I was doing this right. So I just had to rewatch these videos real quick. So we're gonna hop right back in. We're gonna go to level 5. And I'm not sure if I finished this on the last one, but I'm just gonna show you the ones that are relevant instead of going through each one like I was doing. So there's no power-ups, and the AI were both easy, so they were the same as the last one. And here we have a hard enemy. Oh, wait. Apologies. Alright, level 4 is where we left off, and here we have a new enemy. He's red. I'm guessing he's going to be a little more tougher. Alright, good job, bro. And you can see we got some new power-ups in this level, and the box has decreased size a bit. And I'll also display the shield in this one. So if you hold down the shield, and it'll lower in health, and then it'll break. I'm stunned for a bit, I can't do anything. I will note that you can collide with the enemies, but if your shield is up, it'll kind of like do this weird push. Because it's not really a trigger, it's a collider, and the enemy's colliding with it. So I just picked up this power-up on here, and it's going to be the ball stun power-up. And as you can see, it loses its trail to indicate that it's in the stun mode. And when the ball hits me, it stuns me and I can't do anything. Pretty strong power-up. And whoever's ball color it is the way it's gonna attack, or the way it's gonna stun you. So if it's red, and it hits me, it's gonna stun me, no matter who picks up the power-up. Alright. So as you can see, this enemy is a little more aggressive. He attacks a little more. He is the hard enemy. Might be harder for others, but oh yeah, especially when he does that. Alright, I might need to grab this HP power up. So you see my health updated to 175. We're gonna take note of this right now because we're gonna hit pause. We're gonna jump to the feature list real quick. And the health bar accurately displayed my player's current health when he picked up the health power-up, which is the green one. So that is working. The word speed is under there as well. If we go to the pause screen, there we go. There's our little mini description. That's not relevant. Yep, the attacks seem to be working as intended. Now we can get to the shield because I used it. The shield covered the entire player's entire body. The shield stayed up as long as the button was held until it broke. The shield will have a durability that goes down over time and goes down by a significant amount when struck by the ball. So that definitely happened during our playthrough of level 4. If the shield's durability goes to 0, the player gets stunned, which is a little animation where you see them circling around and the audio feedback for the shield break happen. The shield durability will go up when not being used. I'll display that in the next one. And the shield will be visible around the player when it's being used. We saw that. It was a circle around the player, similar to Smash Brothers. The shield will be the color of the character using it. We can't really just show that yet until we go to 2 players. And the color definitely faded. Another thing we looked into was the power-ups. We saw in this one that the stun character's power-up was in here, and when the ball has no trail, that means it's in stun mode, and the enemy hit me, and I was circling around, I was stunned, and I couldn't attack. Pretty strong power-up. And you saw red was much faster and hit the ball a lot more. Harder AI will miss more and have higher attack cooldown. Before, the red enemy was very difficult. It was even very hard to defeat. There's one more enemy more difficult than this guy. His hitbox, he does seem to miss more. So, we're going to continue on to the next level 5. So we have red and yellow here, and we have a new purple power-up on the corner there. Wonder what that does. Alright, I picked it up. Attack up. So as you see, when I hit the ball in this form, with my pink goggles, the ball shoots up by +5. It's already at 50, and there it goes. So yeah, I definitely want both characters having to be defeated before the respawn counter comes. So I'm definitely going to make a note of that. Enemies don't do very well with, Okay, nice little combo there by red guy and yellow. And that's really where, the struggle between fighting two enemies comes in. Alright, red guy. Showing his dominance. As you see, there's a booster that fell down. This is an immortal power-up. So on your final life, you're gonna get a mini, a little booster power-up to help you out. It lasts for a little bit. So, as long as I have these orange goggles on, I'm gonna be immortal. Alright. Alright, so here's our first cage power-up when we have fighting an orange and red guy. Oh, snap. Let me go through the feature list. And I didn't use the shield again. So it's a new mechanic, so I always forget to use it. I use it a lot more if I use the remote, which I might switch to real quick. Alright, so the health was accurate, was not actually for... So, we have a description in the top left, and the word speed is still underneath there. And if we continue down, we have the description. The attacks are always going to be updated. No errors in the console yet. The ball is white. The shield is on there. I gotta remember to use it. And we saw the power-ups. There's no power-ups in that one except the attack power-up. And you saw that the red enemy can be pretty difficult once he gets the ball going in his hand. If you didn't know this, the more you hit the ball, the lower the attack cooldown goes. So it allows you to juggle the ball between yourself or a partner to ramp up the ball speed. It's kind of like a strategy. So don't suggest letting the red guy or any of the bad guys, ramp up any of their attack cooldown. Alright, so here we have another power up. Actually, so here's going to be our first error. If you hit pause with the remote, it won't work on its first try, but after that, it works. So if I clear, hit unpause, boom, every time I hit pause with it. So the way power-ups work in the cage are they spawn randomly. I'm not going to use a remote. So I'm going to want to test the ball size power-up, which is pink, which we possibly could get, but I want to see if I can guarantee it. Alright, there it is. There's one. So we're going to play through this. We're going to grab this ball stun one. See if we can be cheeky. Stun them real quick. Get some free hits in. Yeah, it's alright. So I'm gonna use this, and then so as you saw, it was pretty low. I'm gonna use it again. Seems to regenerate back to full health. Looks like we got 2 power-ups there, so that's a little bug. As you can see, and if you looked real quick there, once you pick up the power-up, the ball was bigger. So he just picked up the 2-ball power-up. I'm not sure why 2 power-ups spawned there. That was interesting. And we got a null reference. Alright, it seems like a lot of things happened in that level that we need to take into account. So here's the ball speed. Oh, it's gone now. There is the ball speed, and here's the mini description. We definitely got an error there we gotta take a note of. Alright, so here was, we picked up the power up and it made the ball bigger. So that was that. It was the pink power up there. You saw the ball increased in size. Red guy in there. Pretty crazy stuff. The shield, we definitely saw the shield. Apologies. I hope I didn't mess anything up. The durability went up when it was not being used. There were some errors in the console this time, so this is definitely not correct. The ball was white when it respawned. Attacks are updated. Can't test that yet. There is a description. Health bar seems to work as long as you have 100 health, so characters that aren't like this man probably doesn't have that, so that needs to be fixed. Alright, so I don't want to drag this out too long, so we're gonna move along there and go to the final level here against the boss man. He doesn't play too many games. He was very difficult to beat, but hopefully he's easier. He likes to jack the ball a lot from you. I'm gonna get some health and make that ball a stun to make this easier. Uh-oh. So, looks like when that ball hits the cage, spawns 2 power-ups, which is interesting. Alright, 2 balls have spawned. I'm pretty sure. Okay, looks like there's a lot going on in this level too. So the way the cage works is whoever breaks the cage will receive the power-up, so the other player can't. Looks like neither of us have this power-up, so none of us can pick it up. Oh, he picked up the ball stun. Can't move. This guy requires a little more thought to beat. They all have their weak spots. Alright. Before, this was very difficult to complete, so the II is definitely much easier. Here's the mini description there. And we win. Return to me menu. Nice. So, let's turn that audio down. That was the final classic level. We have a lot of other levels that we have to go through. Yeah, what's this recording at? Oh boy. Alright, so gotta make this a little quicker. The health bar was up there, the speed was there. Sorry, let me redo that. The health bar will accurately display the player's current health after respawning. That was working. The word speed was there. If we continue down, we'll go down to the shield. The description was there. The attacks are definitely there. It's much easier to win now. It might be too easy now, in my opinion. But I'm also, I've been playing this game for a while, so we gotta get some fresh hands on it. Right now we had no errors. The ball always respawns white. The shield was working, it broke, and I was stunned. And this player would like the AI to be more balanced. Yeah, you can see he's very difficult AI will be made easier, so the player has a better chance of winning. Purple guy, honestly, I won without. I tried to I wasn't like super intense about beating him, and I still won. And he missed a lot more, and his cooldown was. He has a higher attack roll. It didn't seem like he was attacking the ball as much, especially when the ball is going straight at him. He seems to like panic. Alright, so we'll go into the barrier level. I'll play these. So we'll test to see if the player can score on themselves. Just want him to break my shield. Oh, yeah, when it goes like this, the AI isn't too good in these modes. This is way better as a two-player game. Alright, now I gotta make sure I can not get into my own goal here. Alright, as you saw, it's, yeah, that was clear as day. It's hitting the thing and it's blocking it. So I don't have to drag that out. So right here, the ball will, no, sorry. The player will not be able to score on themselves in the barrier level. And we'll test that for the triple barrier. The divider in the triple barrier mode will be visible. There she is, the barrier. Can't see her. Let's make sure we can't score on ourselves in this level either. Definitely think the AI should have 2 jumps. It is coded in there, but for some reason they have difficulty using the double jump. Alright, let's see if he can score on himself. Nope. Let's see if I can score on myself. These bumpers are a little They're a lot more intense in 2 players, but in this AI mode, it doesn't seem to. All right, nice. It destroyed me. All right, so in that level, the divider was definitely there, and the player could not score on themselves. All these other features aren't very much related, besides the AI feature, although he isn't connected to this feature. Most of these features are about classic mode. One thing for sure is, sorry about that, I should probably test, is the description. Goals scored by breaking through your opponent barrier. Also, I will definitely need to challenge the AI through various levels. Score by breaking through the opponent's barrier. Be the last one standing by breaking the platform underneath your opponent. Defeat your opponent by getting power-ups. And if we look here, here are all the power-ups in the game. The scroll is odd, going up, but the scroller is going down. We have attack up, it gives us a power up increase. Ball size changes the balls to either big or small. Immortality is orange. Health up is green. 2 balls is this cyan color. And stun is blue. And the reason we're going over that is because this is in this feature right here. Feature 2, I believe. Sorry, my computer's being very slow. I'm not sure if I can have a long video like this. So there was the power-up tab displaying all the power-ups. And no errors in the console. Alright, I think we covered that most of that. There's descriptions. Alright, we'll play Pong. See if we can score us on ourselves in Pong. He's not going to score on him, so we need to let him hit it. Yeah. I'd be amazed if he ever scored on himself. This game mode's more like, you know, you versus the traditional Pong. So, remember, this is like a fighting game character. I can't score on myself. And he can score on me. Nice. Alright, right here, players are not able to score on themselves. Alright, moving on to the platform levels, where we have a lot more to talk about. So, as a player, I want the platform game mode to introduce new mechanics along with the size of increase it on each level. So it'll be fun and competitive. Platform level size will be extended so it does not feel crowded and gives players time to react to the ball when it's coming to them. Every platform level will introduce different mechanics like shrinking that could affect the player's platform beneath them and change gameplay. Moving platforms, making both platforms move left and right. Multiple platforms that have 2 or more platforms and level that both players can stand on. Switching platforms only happen when there are 2 or more platforms. Players will be warned to jump to the other platform before they stand on or not will be turned off. Once platform breaks, it does not spawn back until the opponent player dies. Alright. Here's the description. Be the last one standing. And the music's pretty good in this, so we should turn this up a little bit. platform seems to be shrinking every time it's hit. AI is also not running off of the platform as he normally does. Another game mode that is far more fun with oh, knocked him off. Got him. Nice, he respawned. Oh no! Ran out of jumps there. His platforms seem to respawn in a... Uh-oh. Oh no. Alright, well we saw the platform shrinking there. Let's move on to snow. Oops, sorry. Gotta go through the feature list. So there we saw the platforms were shrinking. Every platform treat different mechanics like shrinking. Alright, and this map was also much bigger. And this one, much bigger as well. It seems we have a warning symbol. I'm assuming this is telling us that this is about to break, so this one's about to break. Gonna move up here. Kinda confusing though. Alright, looks like I'm safe here. Looks like this one's about to break, but I have nothing to jump to. I'm scared. Alright. Pretty interesting. The AI is definitely not good in this level. Description there. So switching platforms only happen when 2 or more platforms. Players will be warned. This happens, although it is pretty confusing. Because, you know, the platform always seems to have a exclamation point next to them. And the map was definitely much bigger. So we'll move on to this dungeon level. These are old images too. Much bigger. Platforms are moving. Looks like there's little projectiles falling from the sky. Looks like there's little shadow there, so you don't know what color the ball is right there. So I do want to test what happens when the platform breaks on my end. Hit it. Oh boy, this man's really trying to hurt me. Oh, he actually killed me. Alright, I'll serve it. I know you're scared. This level's very difficult to react to, especially with this AI. I just want a platform to break so I can see what happens. Alright, well, it seems like he died and I was jumping. So definitely a bug here in this level. I'm not sure if I saw that right, but the ball definitely hit my platform. He died. I didn't die and I could still jump and it respawned. So quite interesting with that one. Definitely the platforms move left and right. Platforms were definitely not crowded. Yeah, this once a platform breaks, does not spawn back till it didn't seem to be working completely as it said it would be. Alright, about to be an hour here. Alright, we'll go to power up. Graffiti doesn't really test anything. We'll see if we can get the small ball to spawn in one of these levels. We'll test it. Alright, cool, that's the small ball power up. Let's see if we can, see, alright, so if I pick up this power up, the ball should either go bigger or smaller. Alright, bigger it was. Be nice if to have like a parry move on that shield for more incentive to like use it rather than an attack. Oh man. Also, all AI that are not in the classic mode are all the same. They are just let's see if we can get another small power. They're just like normal hard AI. With smaller attack cooldown. Let's see if we can get the, I guess I could reset level. Yeah, that's much easier. There we go. He doesn't get it. Or I guess actually... Alright, so let's see if we can get the small one going. Oh, man. Big again. Alright. Let's see if we can get it. We're just getting unlucky. Alright, here we go. Oh, big one more time. Alright, well, we'll test it one more time to make sure. Alright, one more time to make sure. It is a 50-50 chance, so... Could be smaller or bigger, but... Oh, man, what the heck? Alright, well... Either we got unlucky or it only goes big. And we'll move on to... the second one here. And we'll play through this one fully as the, Oh, look at that, no description here on this one. That's funny. Alright, no description of the power-up levels. This is for probably a good reason, since power-up levels are not supposed to be an actual game mode. Just a throwaway to test power-ups. But we'll play this level till its end here. The reason I don't really like the power-up levels is because it's very hard to make it seem like skill-based on who gets the power-up. It's kind of a bit random. And although random's not horrible in video games, I'm not a huge fan of it. And especially, I guess you could classify this as like a projectile fighting game. Random in fighting games is never fun. Stop doing that. Alright. Kill him twice. No reference when we killed him. Looks like we can infinitely kill him. Alright, well, no reference here. That's probably because we were using the debug menu. And for 2 players, I mean, all I can really do, I don't have a second player here, is I'll be this guy and I'll use the remote. Attack in both. Do some taunting. Here we can display the shield. Maybe I can have them like synchronize. I'm not gonna go through each one because it is getting long here. I don't have too much space. I'll definitely show that both are working. This is my Xbox remote here. I'll go into this dungeon level. Oh, looks like we're missing an animator on this 2-player. And interesting. Interesting because the animator has to be there. I guess maybe not for the attacks. Can't attack a second player. Alright, let's make sure. Alright, can't attack a second player on this either. Or first player. Looks like some animators are... Oh! Okay, we got some attacks going for first player. Looks like the animator just didn't connect here. Make a note of that. Let's test co-op. Alright, looks like this is working fine. Moving. Could also test the shield here. See that it's blued, but depending on their color. I'd like to see what happens if they press shift together. Oh, it looks like they're colliding right now. Alright. And play some graffiti. Alright, seems to be working. Oh, this would be a great place to show the attacks. So, as you see here, my attack range is right here. Looks like it shouldn't attack. Oh, the ball moved. But it's still gonna hit it because the collider has become a circle near the tip of it. So attacks that seem like they should miss are gonna attack much more. Uh-oh, looks like I'm gonna win. I guess I'll... Ooh, yeah. Nice. Alright. I'm just gonna go over the feature list one more time. Near the end. So, the health bar didn't accurately show up for the enemies. The yellow, the orange, anything below 100. The word speed was beneath the speed bar at all times. The main menus were inside the border. Descriptions of each game mode were in the pause menu, except the game. Apologies. The power-up game mode, and actually, should probably look at the graffiti level. I don't think I did that. There we go. We got a goal there, and ball speed is there. Probably ball speed should probably be centered. Platform levels were working fine. It was bigger. Well, no, they're not working fine, but for the most part, it was set in here. The moving platforms moved left and right. Switching platforms. Multiple platforms. There's a couple of bugs there. Attack cooldowns are much shorter and have a lot more range. There's a couple of errors in the console, and the divider and the triple barrier was visible. The ball always responded white when it responded, and players can't score on themselves on the barrier level. Shield works as intended, but is similar to Smash Bros. The shield has a health. You don't use it, it regenerates. It breaks. You get stunned. Power-ups are working, however, it didn't seem like we could get the smaller sizes show. This could have been because we were just unlucky, or maybe it only goes bigger. Maybe the other team members were able to get that. And the AI are definitely been changed. Easier, much slower. Harder enemies are faster. AI is much easier to beat overall. I don't think I lost once in this, so. Alright, thank you for watching. Sorry for having such a long 1 hour video. Thank you. Bye.